2023 McLaren GT. The GT is the first modern-day grand touring car from McLaren, so unlike its more narrowly focused siblings, the GT has some creature comforts that make it incrementally more useful as a daily driver. However, with 612 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, it's still a proper supercar, extremely capable of carving up a twisty mountain road or spending a day at the racetrack. And it certainly looks the part, with sleek lines and the signature dihedral doors. But the GT is designed for more than just extreme motoring. This McLaren is somewhat unusual in the world of grand touring models in that a GT is typically a two-door performance car with a back seat. GT cars also tend to be on the heavy side, designed for, well, touring rather than the track. The McLaren has just two seats, and in true McLaren tradition, it is one of the lightest GTs available. To make it feel slightly more livable inside, the GT comes with ample amounts of leather upholstery and trim, along with a navigation system and cargo space in the front and rear. The upgrades do make the GT feel a little extra special inside, but ultimately this is still an ultra-high-performance sports car, so don't expect a plush ride or massaging seats. For that kind of GT, cars like the Aston Martin DB11 or Bentley Continental GT are better bets. 2022 Ferrari F8. The 2022 Ferrari F8 is a mid-engine sports car that was introduced as a replacement for the 488 GTB. It is powered by a 3.9-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine that produces 710 horsepower and 568 pounds-to-foot of torque. The F8 can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.9 seconds and has a top speed of 201 miles per hour. It is available in both coupe and convertible body styles. The starting price of the 2022 Ferrari F8 is $274,000 for the coupe and $291,200 for the convertible. However, the final price can vary depending on options and dealer markup. The 2022 Ferrari F8 is one of the fastest and most powerful cars on the market. Its twin-turbocharged V8 engine provides exhilarating acceleration and a top speed that is only limited by your courage. The F8 also handles exceptionally well, thanks to its sharp steering, responsive suspension, and advanced traction control system. The 2022 Ferrari F8 is a truly special car that is sure to please even the most discerning drivers. It is a combination of stunning looks, exhilarating performance, and luxurious comfort. However, it is also a very expensive car, and its limited production numbers mean that it is not for everyone. If you are looking for the ultimate driving experience and have the money to afford it, the F8 is definitely worth considering. 2022 Ferrari SF90. With its twin-turbocharged V8 engine and 3 electric motors, the 2022 Ferrari SF90 represents the pinnacle of the Italian automaker's latest technology. This plug-in hybrid supercar boasts an impressive 986 horsepower. The Ferrari SF90 is the crown jewel of Maranello, Italy, boasting plug-in hybrid technology that produces nearly 1,000 horsepower. With acceleration from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds, the SF90 delivers a level of agility and dynamic performance that few drivers will ever experience. Despite being one of the world's quickest and most nimble cars, the SF90 is also surprisingly comfortable and well-equipped, making it just as suited for cruising around Monaco as it is for tackling twisty alpine roads. It's 2023 Porsche 911. There aren't many cars that define a category, but the Porsche 911 remains the gold standard for sports cars. Every version of the 911 is designed to delight the senses. From the sound of the engine to the feel of the road through the steering wheel, the 911 encourages driving for the sake of driving. As a bonus, the 911 is also civilized enough to drive every day. A dizzying array of models make up the range, but even the base Carrera is an outstanding performance car that boasts 379 horsepower, 2 excellent transmissions, and a sophisticated suspension that keeps it glued to the road. The cabin is equally serious, with large gauges that dominate the dashboard to keep drivers well informed. A center-mounted touchscreen offers the latest technology. Space for the driver and front passenger is generous, but the rear seats are mostly for show. Beyond the standard Carrera, there are 911 models with more horsepower, all-wheel drive, convertible tops, and track-focused setups for the ultimate in extreme performance. 2024 BMW M4. Of course, few drivers spend their days navigating winding canyon roads or sprinting around a racetrack, so BMW designed the M4 to be comfortable enough for everyday use. Combine that with rear seats, although small for adults, and a traditional trunk, and the M4 is far more versatile than many sports cars. If you're looking for alternatives in this class, we recommend also checking out the Audi RS5, Chevrolet Corvette, and Porsche 718 Cayman GTS 4.0. For most drivers, the BMW 4 Series delivers more than enough performance. But as the brand that touts its vehicles as ultimate driving machines, BMW takes the 4 Series to a higher level with the M4 Coupe and convertible. There are two trim levels, standard and competition. The Coupe is offered in either trim, and the convertible is only available in competition. While the standard 4 Series tops out at 255 horsepower, the M4 is rated at 473 horsepower in base trim and 503 horsepower in competition trim. Base models feature 6-speed manual transmissions and rear-wheel drive, but an automatic gearbox and all-wheel drive, BMW calls it X-Drive, are offered as well. 2024 Chevrolet Corvette. It may be hard to believe, but the mid-engine C8 Corvette is now in its 5th model year. Since debuting in 2020, the base Stingray model has been joined by a high-performance C06, 2023, and, this year, by a gasoline-electric hybrid E-Ray, reviewed separately. The transition from front-engine to mid-engine layout has done wonders for the Corvette. It's now potent enough to provide a true challenge to the Porsche 911 and Audi R8. There are a few areas where the Chevy's budget-conscious roots are still showing, but on the whole, this has been an automotive glow-up for the ages. Stingray versions are powered by a 490 horsepower 6.2-liter V8 engine, while the Z06 boasts a 670 horsepower 5.5-liter V8. No matter which Corvette you choose, these V8s are the heart and soul of the car. Handling is suitably razor-sharp. Shockingly, the Corvette also feels smooth on the road at cruising speeds. This is an approachable car with exotic DNA that can seemingly do it all. Otherwise, the Corvette has changed little since 2020. But that's okay, because it remains a unicorn of the sports car world, providing serious thrills on the road and track at a significant discount to its biggest rivals. The mid-engine layout provides exceptional balance and performance. 2024 Toyota GR Supra. The rival Nissan Z is a sporty handler with potent 6-cylinder power and better infotainment and safety features at a lower price. But the Z isn't quite as polished as the Supra, especially inside. And despite its power advantage, the Z is heavier and slower. The more expensive BMW Z4 has the same engines, but only comes as a convertible. The considerably more expensive Porsche 718 Cayman also offers similar power and acceleration as the Supra, but its world-class handling sets it apart. The explanation is that the GR Supra is actually part BMW. BMW supplies the Supra's engines and the Supra shares much of its chassis, structure, and interior trim with the BMW Z4. The two cars differ enough in attitude and performance to make comparisons pointless, and while purists may scoff at the Supra's genetics, that doesn't make it less of a sports car. Especially when it offers a turbo V6 and optional stick shift. The 2024 Toyota GR Supra is a reminder that it's not all Corollas, Camrys, and Tacomas at Toyota. Toyota can still build a high-level sports car to compete with dedicated performance hardware such as the Nissan Z and Porsche 718 Cayman, or V8 muscle cars like the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro.Equipped with a 4-cylinder turbo engine. The GR Supra can dash from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5 seconds.